When it comes to Aldi's award-winning cheeses, everyone's got an opinion about which is best. But with so many options available, how do you know which to buy and which to avoid? Most people enjoy cheese on their pizza, but what about cheese that tastes like pizza? That's precisely how several Reddit users have described the roasted garlic with tomato and basil cheese from Emporium selection. Some users have proclaimed this product to be their go-to Aldi cheese and recommend trying it on salads and pasta. This semi-soft cheese's Italian-inspired flavors give it a taste that is similar to a marinara or pizza sauce. It has a slightly softer consistency than Gouda and melts very evenly. The cheese is also heavily marbled, so every bite has an even amount of roasted garlic flavor. In 2021, Aldi faced legal woes over the sliced version of its Emporium selection smoked Gouda cheese due to misleading information on the label. According to court documents, Aldi used a food additive called liquid smoke to flavor its Gouda, instead of naturally smoking the cheese. The flavor it imparts is very mild, only adding a slight hint of smoke to complement the natural sweetness of the cheese. This could be disappointing for consumers who want a more full-bodied smokiness.
Okay.
The plaintiff argued that the label should reflect that the cheese is smoke-flavored instead of literally smoked, seeing as the resulting taste isn't fully comparable. Although the lawsuit centered around the sliced smoked Gouda, the not-quite-transparent advertising may make consumers think twice about purchasing the block version too. Plenty of vegan cheese options are available today, but finding one with a convincingly creamy texture is difficult. Luckily, Aldi shoppers can enjoy a satisfying plant-based option in earth-grown vegan mozzarella-style shreds. It's not the only vegan cheese Aldi has ever offered, but it is one of the most widely available. This cheese comes in an 8-ounce bag instead of the 12-ounce bags provided for dairy-based cheese at Aldi. However, many argue that the delicious flavor and melty texture more than make up for the slightly smaller package. Reviewers from A Billion have given this product high praise for its meltiness, and many recommend using it on pizza. In addition to pizza, A Billion users suggest adding this mozzarella to tostadas, grilled cheese sandwiches, and even macaroni and cheese. Cream cheese is one of the most versatile dairy products around. It forms the basis of multiple sauces and dips, and can even be part of delicious cake frosting. Furthermore, it's hard to find a more perfect food pairing than cream cheese and bagels.
Cream cheese.
The most readily available option in Aldi stores is Happy Farm's cream cheese, which comes in the familiar block variety or as a spread. Consumers can purchase the spreadable version in either a traditional or whipped texture. All three options are the same size, so shoppers can take their pick without sacrificing on quantity. Unfortunately, though, many argue that this cheese's quality is another thing. Some Aldi fans think shoppers should skip this product altogether. One Reddit user devoted a whole thread to complaining about the blandness of this cream cheese, and many other users agreed. The thread's comment section is full of consumers who are disappointed with this spread's lackluster flavor, especially compared to some of Aldi's other products. Consumers have lodged similar complaints on Facebook, where one poster notes that the cream cheese they purchased had an unpleasantly tart flavor. Several other users echoed this concern, though some were more forgiving of this product. Overall, the lack of consistency in the taste of this cream cheese may not be worth the risk. Sweet and savory flavors can create delicious combinations, so Emporium Selection Cranberry White Cheddar cheese sounds great. It combines large chunks of cranberries with a pleasantly sharp white cheddar and is sold as an 8-ounce round. Although it's technically a seasonal item, this cheese has reappeared on Aldi shelves for multiple years, thanks to its enduring popularity. One Aldi shopper recommended this particular cheese on Facebook, and multiple other users chimed in to share their love for this product. A few suggested using it for a unique spin on grilled cheese, while others recommended enjoying the cheese as is. Of course, it would also make a great addition to a cheese board. For example, one Reddit user shared a photo of this unconventional cheddar paired with assorted berries, crackers, meats, and other cheeses. Others commented that this cheese is one of their favorites and is a must-buy whenever it's in stock. No one expects sliced American cheese to be superior to other types of cheese. Still, Aldi fans are divided on whether or not Happy Farm's American cheese singles stack up to the competition. This cheese comes in a 16-slice package for a decent price, but a few Reddit users bluntly describe this cheese as trash. Furthermore, some users dislike the consistency of this cheese when it's melted, which can make for a disappointing grilled cheese sandwich. The consensus is that this cheese's flavor and texture pales in comparison when measured against other brands. However, not all Happy Farm's American cheese is of low quality. Most posters in the Reddit thread agree that the deluxe version of this product is a much better buy in terms of taste. These slices are less processed than their individually wrapped counterparts and have a more convincing cheese flavor. However, the deluxe slices are more expensive than the standard version. Wedges of Parmesan cheese can be very pricey, especially for well-aged and imported varieties. This cheese develops increasingly complex flavors over time, which means that the aging process sometimes lasts 30 months or more. Although the advertised maturation period for Emporium Selection Parmesan cheese wedge is significantly shorter, this cheese is still a delicious and affordable option. Parmesan aged 12 months or less is still considered immature and has a milder flavor than older cheeses. According to the label, this Parmesan is aged for at least 10 months, likely making it a fairly young cheese. If that doesn't bother you, then you may find real value in this cheese. As Aldi reviewer explains, this cheese would be excellent paired with a sparkling wine like Prosecco. The reviewer recommends enjoying this cheese in small doses due to its pleasantly intense flavor. However, like most Parmesans, it would also be excellent grated over various dishes. One YouTube reviewer describes the cheese as perfectly salted, with a subtle note of sweetness, and recommends shaving it over a salad. Aldi often features cheeses with unique flavor combinations, and Emporium Selection Hot Honey Gouda cheese is no exception.
Do you like cheese?
Well, why, yes, I do. My favorite's Gouda.
This cheese is part of a summer-themed selection of flavored Goudas, which also includes spinach and artichoke and sriracha varieties. Since spicy hot honey has become a cult favorite in recent years, it's no surprise that the discount grocery chain tried to capitalize on the distinctive condiment with this cheese. Unfortunately, as a TikTok reviewer and others have discovered, this cheese doesn't live up to its exciting name. The reviewer found that the cheese had a nice consistency when it was melted. However, it was utterly devoid of honey flavor. The cheese is also not particularly spicy, despite the presence of crushed red pepper on its ingredients list. Although Gouda is delicious in its original form, this cheese will likely disappoint those who are craving the taste of hot honey. Unfortunately, it's also the weakest option in its product group. As one Aldi aficionado posted on Instagram, the other two flavors are far better than the hot honey Gouda. Aldi shoppers can enjoy 3 varieties of Irish Cheddar as part of the Emporium Selection Irish Cheddar assortment. Although Aldi frequently offers Irish-themed seasonal products around St. Patrick's Day, these cheeses are part of the store's year-round inventory. The brand has labeled each according to age: mild, mature, and vintage. According to Aldi reviewer, each flavor has something worthwhile to offer Cheddar fans, like a smooth consistency and subtle flavor in the mild version. By comparison, the reviewer found the mature Cheddar to be slightly tangier, with a taste halfway between mild and sharp. The vintage version is the likely best option for those who enjoy sharp cheddar. Several Reddit users mention this product assortment as a must-have. One suggests trying the vintage cheddar with crackers and raspberry preserves for a nice balance of salty and sweet. These cheeses would also make an excellent cheddar option for a cheese board. Brie likely has its origins in 7th century France and is still beloved by cheese connoisseurs today. For Aldi shoppers, this soft cheese comes in the form of the Emporium Selection Brie Cheese Round.
Cheese wheel, it's Brie.
Oh, thanks.
This basic Brie is available year-round and is best served gently warmed or at room temperature. Although the low price may make this product seem like a steal, the taste may push consumers to look elsewhere for their favorite French cheese. Brie is typically nutty and buttery, but many Reddit users feel that Aldi's version fails to capture that signature flavor. In the thread, the original poster describes their struggle to like this cheese, explaining that they tried it with and without the rind. They found the inner cheese tasteless and salty. Several users responded with their own criticisms, describing the cheese as too mild and bland. One user didn't pull any punches when giving their opinion, writing, "It tastes like the smell of wet paper towels. It's the only Aldi cheese I won't buy." Many of Aldi's cheeses are award-winning, including the Emporium Selection Applewood Smoked Gouda. This Gouda is one of 3 Applewood smoked cheeses, alongside cheddar and Gruyere. The collection earned a 2023 gold medal from Chefs in America for its exceptional flavor, an accolade the brand advertises on the label. These cheeses are cold smoked for 6 hours using natural wood, which sets them apart from some of Aldi's other smoked cheeses. All 3 are a great buy, but the Gouda is especially noteworthy. Since Applewood imparts a mildly sweet flavor when used for smoking, it blends perfectly with the nutty caramel notes of Gouda. In a Reddit thread that pitted 3 popular Emporium Selection Goudas against each other, users noted that the smoke flavor in this cheese is very subtle. This makes it an excellent choice for someone who wants to enjoy smokiness without losing the signature taste of the cheese. One user recommends trying this Gouda as a burger topping, but it would also work well as a slightly smoky addition to a charcuterie board.
What's that?
It's charcuterie.
Most consumers expect deli-style cheese to be thinly sliced, but Happy Farm's Deli-Sliced Swiss doesn't quite deliver on that promise. The cheese comes in a resealable package of 11 slices and is an affordable sandwich option. However, the slices are slightly thicker than many other deli-sliced cheeses, which may be disappointing for some Swiss cheese fans. Even if the slice thickness isn't an issue, the flavor might be. A YouTube reviewer had a mostly neutral reaction to this cheese, describing it as neither awful nor excellent. Furthermore, Aldi reviewer points out another problem: the packaging. The cheese comes in a plastic tray with a resealable flap that does little to protect it from air exposure. The result is a cheese that dries out faster than products in more secure containers, creating an unpleasant texture. Unfortunately, the packaging also contributes to premature spoilage. Unless consumers repackage this cheese themselves after opening it, they may find it growing mold long before they can finish eating it.